on who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
The biggest lie college football coaches tell is nameless, faceless opponent. David, game like this, you know their name and you know their face.
You know them well, and it does mean just a little bit more because it's bragging rights. Like, the rivalries matter so much all throughout the year. All the fans talking about this game in particular, that's why it means more, and that's why these players will be jacked out of their minds.
Going to make sure he doesn't get a return on this one as the punt bounces out of bounds. So Georgia's offense will get the ball for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keep it up with the speed on the other side. That's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful.
The kickoff team out there getting set. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets to the 23. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll try the run. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28th.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
On second down, looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Wall. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
He'll do it himself. Fights off a defender. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way and get some positive yards.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to him. Finds the tight end. Running through contact. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. On the run, it's Perkins. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Shakes off the defender. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Motion from the offense. On second down, wants to throw it. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
He was not fooled on that. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from those.
And the missed connection on third down. Georgia sends out the punt team.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Looking to go up top on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. He got it. They will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Looking for blockers. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up.
He's going to throw deep right side. Pass on the way. It's picked off. He'll try to take it back. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's one of those throws. He tried to give it some touch, and as soon as it left his hand, you know he was thinking, no, 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 please bring it back. Bring it back.
As a quarterback, Reese, you've got to throw the ball with conviction. Generally, when you throw it harder, oftentimes you're a lot more accurate. All of a sudden now, you try to take something off, you're trying to throw the perfect spiral and cut the wind, and your accuracy goes down, and that was an example there. Errant throw on the interception.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. He looks that one in nicely. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on 2nd and short. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
It's complete to the left. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. This quarterback part of their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense.
And they will score! Touchdown, South Carolina! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a much better performance.
Oh, there's nothing worse. The coaches are riding you all week leading up into this game, reminding you, showing the clips in the locker room. You know you failed. You want to come out and get a great one.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. Georgia going up tempo. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Lets it fly deep downfield. And he's got it! Touchdown, Gamecocks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had...
Lost one deep down the right side. Grabs it up to 25 in stride. Touchdown, Dogs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Under 30 seconds to go here in the half. Let's see how they play it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's ball. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Going for the big play. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. The throw. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. They take over at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He wastes no time and comes out heroic. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Now 2nd and 10. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Caught in the backfield. It's Wall. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward.
Oh, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
And the defense was ready when the wide receiver got the ball.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes. And
fires and picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Here we go. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I got to to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And that's the fourth sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
They'll leave it with him. Oh, big juke to get past. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Unleashes one deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Georgia sends out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need...
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. With jet sweep pass. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And the Gamecocks will punt this one away. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who.
Touchdown Bulldogs! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And after the extra point, they trail 35-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Oregon is in trouble right now, and unless something drastic changes, we're looking at foie gras on the menu tonight in Eugene. They're trailing by 15 to Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll pick up 4.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up, and gets a first down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to sell out, man. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and them running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I just love the individual one-on-one effort by the defense there. Offense trying to go option, QB keeps it, but just too many defenders winning their one-on-one battles, defeating blocks, and getting the tackle for loss.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the beatdown has ensued. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He makes the connection. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's first down from the 48. Looking to move it through the air. They're trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, and they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays. But this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
He wants to pass it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. It's complete on the right side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw the football. Continue to be who you are. It's the defense's job to stop it.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. He wants to throw. Got him downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion. They'll throw it on first down. He's got his man.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Tight end finds a soft spot. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. He wants to throw here on second down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they were able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Buying some time. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
He'll take a shot. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Return team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Throw to the end zone, picked off. And he takes the interception, return out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap it up. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you ducked.
Welcome to Columbia, Missouri, Memorial Stadium and home to the Missouri Tigers, where we are anticipating quite a clash on Faurot Field today. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Missouri Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run it from the gun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quick handoff. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll give it to the back. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To the air, it's Horn. Quickly complete. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
Take the profit, right? Pitch and catch. Defense and zone coverage. Receivers got some access. Just spit it out to him. Let him catch it, advance, and get what he can get.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, going to the air. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own. Great field position.
Well, here's a classic sudden change situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on, but with the defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory, the offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot at this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense now.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Horn. Grabs it in the middle. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
When you play zone coverage, everybody drops back. Everybody has eyes on the quarterbacks. You're not really looking at the wide receivers a lot of times, so they can slip in those little cracks.
Ball is free. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways, and the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
Single back formation, and they give it to him. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Listen, I know that's not a huge game, but those run plays add up. They make you tackle the back every single play. Physically, you have to get some guy on the ground. It takes its toll throughout a fourth quarter game.
A shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Less than a yard to go for a first down, and the offense will remain on the field. Missouri comes to the line with another first down. Takes a handoff. It's Lacy. He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll fire to his right. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
On 4th down, flexing that muscle in the run game. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got a
open runway ahead. Inside the 30. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, LSU!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. LSU 7, Missouri 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Lacy. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now facing a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Horn. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Miller. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Yeah, and I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Hit as he throws. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Fires on the move. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Oh, he wants it all. Ball in the air, intercepted. Got room on the return. The 40, at the 30. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
Can't get him to the ground. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, fellas, here's a final update on a top 15 clash. Kansas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Lawrence. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. They'll go back to the ground. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Yeah, that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fair catch, called for and made. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. This offense has a second down play. Dropping back, it's Collins. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. He's inside the 40. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit...
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Missouri!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm, but this passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second.
They fake it, the kicker's looking to pass. He gets it into the end zone, and he runs it in on the fake to take the lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Allen. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Back to throw, it's Collins. Working that left side now. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Comes out throwing on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Picked off. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. This quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
15, LSU 14.
Missouri will put a foot to it to start us in the second half. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Going to the running game. At the 40, there he goes. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Got room at the 35. The expressway is wide open. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. Looking to throw, it's Collins. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner is stopped. Missouri has the offense ready to go on the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Power football with the run. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Trying to find his man on first down. Got a man. It's Roberts. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you could see that defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. He leaves it with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Hey, how about that defense? In the backfield, nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for a loss.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Tigers want to pick up the tempo. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Anderson with the carry. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Running back searching for a hole. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. Purple and Gold's got this running game going right now. And you don't want to get overzealous here, but this is a type of talent that could do what Leonard Fournette almost did when he nearly got to 2,000 yards in a season.
And I love when commentators say, I don't want to get over myself and get overzealous and get too excited. He's having a day. Get excited. This dude's a beast.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Fullback's got it. On the move at the 30. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, that's just on the defense. I'm sorry. Fullbacks are not supposed to be able to rip off big runs like that. The defense, they better do a better job tackling as this game goes on.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I'm trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. The corners are walked up tight. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got some room to run. At the 30. 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Tigers. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there. Turn it into a score.
Make a big play and don't be content. That's right. Go out and make an even bigger play. And he does it. He makes the pick and then takes it all the way back to the house. Looked like a wide receiver, for goodness sakes. Turn on the Jets, making the big play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Allen. He took the risk bringing it out of the end zone, and he'll go out of bounds at the 20. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The give to the back. And he is stopped for no gain, and that will bring us to the end of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Missouri 23, LSU 20.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Wants to throw. It's Collins. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. Touchdown, Tigers. Not content to get the fumble. They scored with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. The give. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry up. They're testing the right side here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside and try to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on 1st down finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou. Inside the 25. They'll snap it from the 24. 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. The hand to the running back. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20s. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, should have ran a better route.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Collins. Just a short pass to the tight end. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Calls his own number. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. And the Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Taylor. Tackle is made after the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to the big tight end. He makes the catch. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Blasted as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They were really starting to put a drive together. And after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Collins. Fires to the tight end. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.